Moving on to Rival Watch.
Nice.
Oh yes, Rival Watch.
Yeah.
Now, what's going on, Bo? Let's tune into Bo over here. We've got Rival Watch in the helicopter above. How's it going?
It's going all right. They're doing better than we are.
Oh shit!
The main one to say, obviously, over the weekend, on the same day that we lost to Spurs, Man United won the Carabao Cup against Newcastle 2-0. The game wasn't a classic by any means, but Man United and Ten Hag, their best players are just making clutch plays.
Yeah,
Casemiro, probably the signing of the season.
Yeah, pulling it out from somewhere.
Scored a great goal and played well. So Man United are much rejuvenated and looking back to their kind of, their old ways, which is a shame. Newcastle had actually did play quite well in the game, but just didn't quite have enough.
For them to get to a cup final.
True. And apparently they took down 100,000 fans, Newcastle fans down to London. So massively well supported. It's a proper day out. It's their first final in years.
I love Newcastle fans as well. I don't know why, but they just seem so genuine and wholehearted with the club, because a lot of these clubs nowadays it's a lot of supporters from outside the UK, and not many people go into the games from the UK sort of thing.
Sure.
But I think Newcastle still has that UK grit.
Yeah, I'm sure it won't. I'm sure it won't be long. Now that they've got the Saudi owners, shitloads of money, they'll be signing lots of very exciting players, no doubt, and their brand will grow. But they are. Yeah. They definitely. It always felt weird when they weren't in the Premier League. When they were getting relegated.
Oh yeah.
About 10 or so years ago, because they're such an iconic club, and that kit. And the stadium and that part of
history,
England,
isn't it?
Yeah, they're just an iconic club. So it's a shame that they're now good and will be good probably for the foreseeable. It's just another team to worry about.
That's why they're on Rival Watch. But
exactly, but that also makes the Premier League more fun.
It's a
better
lot
teams
more fun.
make for better
I love
games.
It. Props to them. Props to them doing well this season. We love to see it, and well done for getting to the final of the Carabao Cup.
Just couldn't quite rise.
A shame it was against Man United, when Man United are actually doing good for once.
I know. I know.
Very unlucky in the past few years where they've been absolutely dog shit. But now Ronaldo's gone. They've upped their game, and everything's sort of settled down. Ten Hag's come in and went let's do the bloody every press.
Let's start an actual process, is what he said.
Yeah.
And everyone's like, all right, we like a process when we actually are winning games and playing good football.
Yeah. I wonder what club needs that. So Man United, talking about Man United and Crystal Palace, they had a game at Old Trafford during February. Can't remember what weekend it was.
No.
But there was a massive sort of scuffle between all the players, and they have both clubs have been fined a massive £55,000. Whoa, Jesus!
Drop in the ocean.
That's a drop in the ocean and a nice little chip off of their tax bill. That's what that is.
Yeah.
So that's a 55k fine for failing to control players, which I think should be much more. But it is what it is. The FA get a little bit of dosh.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about to them.
Yeah.
In other news, we've got Arsenal.
Yeah.
Arsenal
they
won
played
against Leicester.
Yeah, it was a 1-0 win. Yeah, 1-0 win against Leicester. What was interesting about this game was Arsenal looked like they're back to kind of being okay again. They had a bit of a wobble, last 3 or 4 games, but they look like they're back to winning ways, as it were, and they're looking quite strong and quite confident. And Leicester in this game recorded, let me see if I can get this right, recorded the lowest XG that a team has ever recorded since XG has been started recording. If that makes sense. So
for anyone that doesn't know what XG is, what is XG?
Expected goals. So it's a system that calculates the expected rate that a shot would go in, depending on where it is on the pitch, basically. So the further out, the worse the XG. Leicester's accumulated XG over the whole game, not just one effort, was they had a 22-yard effort, so outside of the box, a long shot, which are always low XG efforts. They recorded, depending on where you look, 0.01 XG or 0.02 XG. That's what Leicester did. God. They couldn't lay a glove on Arsenal, who just basically controlled them for the whole game.
Absolutely dominated
that
them.
Takes some doing, and props to Arsenal for that. It's a shame that they're playing well, but there we go. This is football.
That is what we have to deal with. Stats.
But yeah, I know, crazy. City obviously went on to annihilate Bournemouth. Haaland scores again, making him now the highest goal scorer that I think City have ever had in a Premier League season. Over Aguero.
In his first one, nice.
In his first one, I know, crazy stats, but I love it, to be honest.
Absolute machine.
I just love having such a monster in the league. It's just so fun to watch him play.
So good. It makes us feel like a farmers league. That's what
I know, doesn't it? Yeah,
it makes us look so crap that when he got like 3 hat tricks in 4 games. Oh mate, I was just I was in awe. I was watching a cyborg.
My fantasy football team was absolutely humming because of him. It was great. They were purring along. He was captain every week. Just so many points.
Honestly, just seeing him dominate everyone, and no one's seen the likes of him in the Premier League. He's really. He reminds me of that bloke from Rocky IV. Where he's like
Dolph Lundgren.
He's like engineered to be great.
For sure.
And we just need our own Rocky to come out.
Yeah, we need a plucky underdog, don't we? With that fighting spirit.
Lukaku, no, joking.
God no.
But it's amazing to see, and they beat Bournemouth 4-1 as expected. Liverpool still not good, but still
0-0 draw with Crystal Palace. Palace are shite. Liverpool are shite, but
they're not as shite as us.
Exactly. So well, there's no point us celebrating them playing poorly because they're still above us, and they probably will finish above us. So it is what it is.
So
but,
Liverpool,
nice to know that they're struggling too.
And you've wrote here, I didn't write this one, heavy links between Declan Rice and Arsenal.
I just saw that today. Apparently, Deckers is quite keen on a move to. I don't know how likely it is that we were going to sign him, because obviously I imagine we'd be his preferred target to sign for. I think he's probably had enough at West Ham as they sit in the bloody relegation spots at the moment. But heavy links between him and Arsenal, who apparently are quite keen on him and look like they might be interested in signing him. Not really massive news, but just something to be aware of. Obviously, with his links to us, it would feel like quite an opportunity missed. I think he's a class player, but with these transfer stories, everything can change. In the blink of an eye. So
speculation,
who knows?
So
but we shall see if that pans out.
Thanks for listening to The Pride. If you enjoyed what you heard, feel free to leave us a review on your podcast app of choice, and maybe drop a like or follow on our YouTube, Twitter, TikTok and Instagram pages. And as always, up the Chels!